Hi everyone and welcome to the Managing Prospects video. So in this video, we'll cover how to efficiently manage your prospects using your warm Google Workspace account. Unlike the cold accounts, the warm account is solely managed by you. Prospect management is already a leveraged activity, and it's something that should only be outsourced once you have a dedicated rep. Let's walk through how to manage your prospects properly, and a simple SOP for how to manage your prospects can be found here. And as I said in the last video, I also really recommend keeping the SOP close to you, especially in the starting days when you're just starting out the system. So first thing you would do, you would start by opening the Deliverability Hub, the CRM, and the Loom Alchemy Metrics Tracker, and the Engaged Prospect Tracker. Simply right-click on the Loom Alchemy folder you created earlier. You won't need to use a VPN for logging into the Warm account unless your IP already has issues. However, if you live outside of regions like the US, UK, or Canada, and you're reaching out to prospects in the Western world, you still need a VPN for the Warm account. Whether or not you use a VPN, always look into the Warm accounts through an incognito window, just like with the cold accounts. And this is very important. Don't forget to do it. And if Google asks you to verify the account, use the GoHighLevel number as the verification method we've already discussed in with the cold accounts. The same really applies here for handling security alerts. Now, organizing the inbox. After logging into your Warm account, you would start by organizing your Warm inbox, following a pretty similar process as with the cold accounts. For the spam folder, go to the spam folder, select all, and click Not Spam. For the primary inbox, clean up the inbox as you will receive similar types of emails as in the cold accounts. Create filters to archive and mark them as read for the newsletter emails. For the replies, you would handle these separately, and we'll cover that later. For the out-of-office emails, just delete them. For the DMARC reports, set up filters to automatically archive them. For bounce notifications in the Warm account are irrelevant, so create filters to skip the inbox and mark them as read. And if you're not sure like how to do these steps in details, we've already covered them with extensive detail in the last video, so go and check it out. Now, for handling replies, once the inbox is cleaned up, you will only have the replies left to handle. And replies really are divided into two categories: positive replies and negative replies. The definition of a positive reply here is basically anything that isn't directly negative and presents an opportunity for booking, such as, "What's the cost? Let me hear more. Reach back out in 2 months." Negative replies, however, include "not interested," "unsubscribe," "stop," and basically any message that indicate no interest. So for organizing these replies, we use Google's native system with 4 labels: not interested, engaged, booked, and no show. Not interested, this is the label you will use most often. If a prospect's reply is negative, send them a response and move them to the not interested label. Instructions on how to reply will be covered in the reply flow section. Once labeled, go to the CRM and color the lead red from the script column to the follow-up 3 column. Note: do not respond to rude prospects or those who send hostile replies. There's no point, and they are likely to mark your emails as spam, so we do not re-email or follow up with these people. However, if it's a polite, not interested message, I recommend replying to them as this conversation. So this is basically a conversation on your email, so sending messages, receiving messages, and sending out a message again. So this will most likely increase your deliverability. However, this is very important to note as well. If it's a hostile reply or a rude message, don't reply to them. Next scenario is the engaged. So you would use this label whenever a prospect's reply is positive. At this point, the prospects will either want to book a call right away or request more information. If they want to book immediately, send them a templated response and move them to the engaged label. If they have questions, respond accordingly and label them engaged as well. Once labeled, go to the CRM and color the leads yellow from the script column to the follow-up 3 column. Additionally, add them to the engaged prospect tracker. Third scenario is booked. This label is used when an engaged prospect books a call, or if a lead books directly through the Loom call to action without sending an email. If they book via email, send the booking confirmation template and move them to the booked label. If they book through the Loom call to action directly, cross-check the booking details and send the booking confirmation as well. Then move the email to the booked label. Also, remove them from the engaged prospect tracker. Once labeled, go to the CRM and color the lead green from the script column to the follow-up 3 column. The fourth scenario is a no-show. This label is used when a prospect doesn't show up for a scheduled call. Expect no-shows about 10 to 20% of the time, as explained in the sales modules. When you get a positive response, make sure to label the prospect as engaged. Once they book a call, update their label to booked. If they don't show, change it to no-show. If they have questions, engage with them and use the engaged label. If they are not interested, try to overcome objections, but label them as not interested if necessary. Note, each prospect should have only one label at any given time. Make sure the label is always accurate, as this will be important for other systems we use later on. Now, once all replies are handled and the worm inbox is cleared, close the incognito window. And as you gain more engaged prospects, your engaged prospect tracker will gradually fill up. Make it a habit to check your Worm account for replies at least twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Follow up daily or every 2 days with all the prospects in the tracker. Be mindful of time zone differences, as reaching out to a prospect at 3 a.m. likely won't result in a booking. So, we have two different follow-up workflows, one for prospects in the engaged label and another for those in the no-shows label. A very important note is that we only follow up with prospects labeled in yellow, engaged, or in the no-shows label. If you're following up with a prospect in any other label, then there's been a mistake probably. The follow-up process for no-shows is covered in the sales modules, and for the engaged follow-ups, you would ensure you've created 8 templates for warm follow-ups, which you should have already created in the starting videos of the Terminator Loom system. So this is explained here in this diagram that the two different follow-up workflows we use are one for prospects in the engaged label, so people who replied positively but they're not booking calls, and the other one is when they book the call but they're not showing up for the call. Now, as we said, we'll focus on the engaged follow-ups, so this circle, and the no-shows workflow will be covered in the sales modules. So you would start by opening the engaged prospect tracker sheet, then navigate to the appropriate yellow labeled email thread in your warm inbox, right-click on the email thread, select reply, click the 3 dots, choose templates, and select the appropriate follow-up template. And edit the name if necessary, and then hit send. After that, open up Go High Level and double dial the prospect, as this will increase the chances of them replying. If they answer, do everything you can to get them to book a call right then and there. Don't be afraid of confrontation and don't answer their questions on the spot. Deflect their questions by saying you have a call in 2 minutes, but you'd be happy to explain everything during a scheduled call. Always follow up a deflection with a question to keep the conversation moving towards booking the call. If they pick up, here's what you can say. Hey, first name, this is Charlie Morgan. How are you doing? Sweet, yeah, I'm calling because you emailed me a while back saying you were interested in partnering with us to help your agency get more calls and clients. I sent you a video. Does that ring a bell? Awesome. Would you like to book a call to chat about it? And if they replied positively, you would just tell them, cool, we just need to go through a quick qualification process. Mind if I ask you a quick questions to book you in? And then you would open, your Calendly link or your Go High Level calendar link. And ask them the qualifying questions. And then after, finishing all of the questions, you tell them, great, it's scheduled. Just to confirm, mention the time and date and ask them if it works for them. Is there any reason other than something major like an earthquake or a meteor strike that will prevent you from making that time? And if they said, they replied positively, then just tell them, awesome, I'll talk to you soon. Now, a very important note, never worry about messing up a potential booking by calling. If a prospect doesn't schedule after you call, they probably wouldn't have scheduled either ways. So move on to the next prospect. It's as simple as that. If they don't answer the call, don't leave a voicemail. Instead, send them a message on WhatsApp. If they don't have WhatsApp, send them a message via SMS using your Go High Level number. So you can create 8 follow-up templates for WhatsApp and SMS here using this document, just like you did in the stimuli configuration video. So once you followed up with a prospect, update the Engage Prospect Tracker sheet with today's date and move them to the next follow-up label in the inbox. If they don't respond after 8 attempts, move them to the Not Interested label. When an engaged prospect books a call, remove them from the engaged prospect tracker sheet. So, managing your prospects efficiently through your warm account is crucial to staying organized and increasing bookings. Always ensure each prospect is correctly labeled and that each lead only has one label applied to them and tracked and keep up with regular follow-ups. So thanks for watching and let's keep pushing for those booked calls. I'll see you in the next one.